YouTube friends and family. 'Tis Sunday here in the United States. I got to remember that, you know, from my New Zealand and Australia subscribers, they're often like a day ahead. It's kind of a strange thing. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, dang, man, daylight savings time. You know, it just drives me crazy. I can't stand daylight savings time. It's something Andre and I both are diametrically opposed to it. And you know, daylight savings time was a concept that was born in Europe during World War I as a way to conserve fuel, because it allowed for I don't know what it allowed for. I still haven't been able to figure it out. But the research that I have done has suggested that the reason daylight savings time even came into existence was to save fuel, to save electricity during World War I. And then in the United States during World War II. It used to be optional, and then Franklin Delano Roosevelt proposed legislation that was voted, and it became the law of the land. And some states have opted out in this country. There's been extensions that have happened. Really, there's no good reason to have daylight savings anymore. You know, the research that has been done suggests that, you know, it saves about 0.03% of our annual consumption of electricity. And actually may increase the amount of heating that's required in houses because it gets dark so much earlier in the wintertime. I think the big benefit is that kids aren't going to school in the dark. Anyway, it just throws you off, you know. Sure, I liked the extra hour in bed this morning. That was nice, but it just keeps you on edge, you know, and I don't know, I could care less about it. Thanks for coming with me on my day. I still have a lot of firewood to do. I'm gonna go into a chainsaw frenzy here. And then we're gonna head off to some friends' houses this afternoon for a cookout. And I think we're gonna be playing Capture the Flag? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for coming. I'll see you in a few. I've run out of time with my fun with firewood episode this morning. I need to get inside and do my household chores, which include cleaning a toilet, washing the bathroom, and I don't know, I'm sure there'll be some other chores that I've got to do to keep our house in order, to do my small part, I should say, to keep our house in order. Everybody has their thing they do. Basically, the kids sort of clean the house, you know. Milo is responsible for cleaning the floor and vacuuming the upstairs. The twins are responsible for vacuuming, cleaning up the floor, and mopping the downstairs, the whole downstairs. I have the downstairs bathroom. Andre has the upstairs bathroom. We divide and conquer. And you know, it's really interesting. There's been a number of you that are very interested to see what it looks like when the ducks are put to bed. I guess you got a little bit of a flavor of that in yesterday's vlog, but mainly the reason that you don't get to see that a lot is because that is the domain of the twins. It's their responsibility to round up the ducks, get them inside, get them watered, get them fed, and lock them in for the night. And so I let them go at it. And it usually happens in the dark, so it's hard to do video. However, I will show you, I'm hoping tonight, maybe tomorrow night, to show you the full putting the ducks to bed story. just because they do housework doesn't mean they have to be happy about it. Because none of us are happy about having to do housework.
Happy about housework?
Oh, I love cleaning toilets, don't you? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You know, when you're responsible for cleaning toilets, and you see the amount of splashback that occurs, and you have to clean it up, you start to think, how could I prevent the toilet from getting so dirty? Okay, so my secret is, and I'm okay to admit this, that when I go pee at home, I sit down, because you know what? I don't want it to splash everywhere and have to clean it up. I've been trying to convince the boys to do that, and they're just like, whoa, what are you talking about, Papa? Sit down when you go pee? I'm like, yeah. When you look at the amount of, soiling that occurs when you stand up to go pee, and especially when you're a boy and, you don't think about where you're pointing, it makes a big mess. So one way to overcome that is sit down. You know it's all gonna go in there, right? I told them this, when was it? Like 2 weeks ago. We were talking about toilet cleaning and how is it that it ends up on the floor and all that. And I said, you know what? It's not from me. And they were like, how do you know it's not from you? And I said, because when I go pee, I sit down. Dead silence at the table. You sit down, Papa? Yes, I do. And I'm still a man for doing it. Real men clean toilets.
You probably are.
We're starting to capture the flag game now. I did want to point out that this house is also off the grid. In fact, my father built this house, and I was on the crew at the time that helped build it, and they built it right after we built our solar house, so they're like our photovoltaic friends. I have been designated as a guard to guard the flag and to guard the jail. Do you know how to play capture the flag? There's a line, there's two teams. Each team hides a flag on the ground. The opposite team tries to get that flag without being tagged. If you're tagged, you go into jail. All right, I'm in enemy territory. I know they've hidden the flag in some impossible place to find. Their whole team is pretty much in jail, so we don't have much worry of being caught. But, oh, maybe it's up over there. All of the people sounds have stopped. I think they quit and I didn't know it. I've just been searching for that flag. My watch says that the game was supposed to end 7 minutes ago, so I guess I'll try to rejoin the group. Well, I guess my team lost. I was just lost in the woods personally, and we had like 7 of their people in jail, and then someone freed their team, and they knew where the flag was, and blah, blah, blah. Do you know where we are? Was it this way? It's true, you can put water in a paper cup and boil the water without the cup burning.
Then there's like this spinning
See?
thing next to the
Yeah. No, but she took them.
Honkers? 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 Honker honk. Honker honk. Honker honk. Honkers? 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 All right, that's it. The ducks are very easy to put in. They have been so conditioned to come in their coop at night that they basically hover near the barn every night until you come close. And then they just walk in themselves. All you really have to do is just, early on, we used to have to herd them. Sometimes in the summer, they decide they want to stay out a little bit longer. But this time of year, they just go right in. Hey, thanks for coming with me on my day today. I had a really good one. I hope you did too. I'll see you tomorrow.